Hi guys, it's Sweety Pie and welcome back again in the same garb as I was in the last video. Yeah, you know it. Today we're doing a down video where I'm going to show you guys all of my rainbow palettes. So I hope you're excited because that is what we're doing, and I am excited because, like, seriously, color has kind of been my thing for the last year. I don't know why, but colorful eyeshadows have just drawn me in like never before. Neutral who? Like, no neutrals. I have actually been diving back into neutrals with the 420 palette. That palette is so nice. And if you want to see that review, that is on my channel, and yeah, check it out. I do swatches, you know, a look, all that good stuff. It turned out pretty good. So yeah, if you guys are interested, make sure you go there. And if you're interested in seeing my rainbow palettes, then stay here. All right, let's get into this video. All right, so I haven't done one of these types of videos in a long time, and I can't really tell if my camera is off kilter. I hope it's not too much, but I figured we'd do it this way just so you guys can get an actual good look at the palettes. But yeah, so I hope you are in for a downward facing video today. So rainbow palettes. I actually didn't have as many as I thought I did because, like, to be considered a rainbow palette, you know, you have to have like at least 5 of the 6 colors. Am I gonna sound like a weirdo? Yes, there's 6 colors in the rainbow, right? Yes? Anyway, a couple of these palettes do not contain a green, so you'll see that as we go. First palette is the biggest palette in the entire collection, and it is the James Charles palette by Morphe. Why do I have this, you say? Well, because it went on Sephora's website, and because everyone was purchasing it at the time, I thought I needed it too. So yeah, this is it. Everyone has seen this palette about a billion times, and holy crap, it just fits in frame, like just. So these shades are pretty nice, honestly. I've used this palette and I've liked it. I also really love the 35B from Morphe, so you know, that is a palette that I really like. Is this something that I am using all the time? No, it's just not. It really isn't. The shades are nice and everything. I don't love shimmers by Morphe. They're all right, but they're not my favorite. I bought it because of the hype, guys. Don't kill me. So yeah, I have, that is the first one in the collection. Now we have this one, which at first I was like, is this a rainbow palette? And it kind of is, actually. So this is the Juvia's Place. This is their Magic palette, and this is what it looks like. And it really does have pretty much the entire rainbow. It has oranges, it has pink, or like a red, pink, you know, green, blue, purple, like the gold could be considered your yellow, like if you really wanted to consider it. But yeah, I love this palette. I love their shimmers. They're really special shimmers. Like when you swatch these, like, holy crikey, like look at that. They're so impactful, and I think that's why I just did my review on the, it was more of a first impression on the Naked Ultraviolet, and their shimmers are nowhere near as impactful as that, and that's like one of the reasons I think I just don't like that palette as much. This palette was so expensive. I bought it when it first released. I think I paid like $80 when shipping and everything was finished. It was an expensive palette for me, at least. And like when I did my palette tag, that was definitely one of the things I mentioned, that that is literally like one of the most expensive palettes in my collection as to date. All right, so we might as well get this one over with. I'm kind of regretting the brand behind this. It's not that the eyeshadows aren't great. They are. They're really nice. And this is pretty much a rainbow palette. Greens, blues, yellows, everything. The eyeshadows work good. They do. I don't love this person. I don't love this person. But yeah, here is the Jeffree Star Jawbreaker palette. I have played with this, and then all that stupid crap came out, and now I haven't even touched it. I'm weirded out. I don't know what to do. I do like this formula. It's a beautiful eyeshadow palette. No words, you know, it is. but the person that lives behind this brand is just a freaking menace. Oh, he's a menace. He's a menace. It's the only eyeshadow palette or product at all that I own from Jeffree Star. The eyeshadows are nice. That's all I have to say. Next one I have is the BH Cosmetics Zodiac palette. We've got a lot in here. We have purples, we have greens, we have yellows, like, you know, there's a pretty good mix. I like this palette, but again, I haven't got a lot of use out of this. This was a spur of the moment winners kind of purchase, and as much as like some of these, oh no, all of these shimmers are beautiful. Like, take a look. They're very, very nice. Like, oh, these ones are some of their best baked shadows I think I've seen to date. And super, super beautiful. The mattes work really well. I'm kind of weirded out by the system they did here, but honestly, like, oh shit, I had green on my finger. That is for sure green on my finger. Lovely. But yeah, this highlighter is actually really pretty when it doesn't have green in it. But yeah, definitely kind of like a rainbow neutral palette. Could we call it that? Rainbow neutrals? All right, I think that is the only one that I was kind of like, is it a rainbow palette? This one I literally just talked about. This is the 35B from Morphe. I think you can only get this in Canada, if you can even get it still. It's beautiful. Every time I want to do a rainbow look, I always look to this palette, and it's always done me really well. The shadows can be a little bit see-through, but they can be built up really fast and in a hurry. So yeah, I don't like the shimmers that much. They're okay. Like, this green shimmer is really the only one that I'm like liking out of the whole palette, but I've used them. They're okay. The mattes are definitely better. All right, so next we have the only ABH Norvina palette, like from their collections that I own. This one is the second one, and ooh, nice magnet on that. This is what it looks like. Huge mirrors in these things, but yeah, this is what we have. Now, these shimmers are better than the ones in the Morphe. I freaking hope so, because it was a pretty penny, but the mattes are even better. They're thicker. I really like have had very little problems with this palette, and like all the blues are so striking. If I want to do a really pretty blue look, this is definitely a palette I reach for. Some of the shimmers are a little more unique, which is thankful. Like this one right here, it's like this silver like purple, really, really pretty. And then this one down here is really pretty as well, kind of duochrome. Like this palette, I don't know, they did not get a ton of good reviews, but you cannot work with really colorful eyeshadows the same way you work with neutrals. And I think for a brand like Anastasia, and I think there was like some confusion in the beginning, a brand like Anastasia, not a whole lot of people using a ton of color. Which comes to my next palette. This is my Anastasia Beverly Hills palettes. And there is quite a rainbow in here, honestly. Some of them much more neutral than others, but still very rainbow-esque, especially because of that Alyssa palette with her neutral shades. Here it is in all its glory. I think there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 palettes in here. The Alyssa palette, there is the Norvina Modern Renaissance, the nude palette, what is that one called? There's a bunch of them in here. I literally depotted most of them except for my my Jackie Aina palette. That was a collaboration that I really loved, so I did not depot that palette, and I also ran out of room. But yeah, I depotted them, put them in this big, huge Makeup Forever palette, and I really love this. And it is kind of a rainbow. It's just a muggy rainbow. All right. I'm literally putting them away as I talk about them, which is great. This one here, this is the Makeup Revolution Tammy X Revolution palette. Now, I did not like these mattes. They were pretty chalky. Some of them just are kind of just I don't know. I just didn't like them that much. These shimmers are really beautiful. This red is super beautiful, but I just didn't get along with this palette as much as I thought I would. When doing looks, I didn't find that it blended that well. I'm not in love with this palette. I'm just not. I'm sorry. I know it's a collaboration. I don't watch this girl, and it's not that, like, this is pretty and everything, but I think I paid $20 for this, and I definitely think that there is better out there for $20. So yeah, that is another rainbow palette. Not my favorite rainbow palette, but a rainbow palette nonetheless. All right, I really don't have that many left. So the next one we have is the Zulu palette. Now, I don't know if this is really a rainbow palette, but it has a lot of the rainbow in it. And again, I love Juvia's Place. I have a little bit of like blending phenomena with this purple here. My Zulu actually doesn't have any names. I think that was like a misnomer, like, because they actually do have names, but mine does not. Still really great palette. That pink, like pinky gold there is so pretty, and this makes a really beautiful, like kind of sunsetty neutral eye. I liked playing with those a lot, and I like Juvia's Place. Their packaging and their palettes and their formula is really nice. I really enjoy it, actually. Another palette from Juvia's Place, the Afrique palette. Again, quite a few of the rainbow in here. They have like these odd pops, the yellow, the green, the blue, like weird pops. This one is so pretty. This is Angeliqua. Oh gosh. Either way, beautiful shimmer. Like, their shimmers are thicker, which in turn just makes them so much more shimmery. Like, they're very buttery. They've got a lot of emollients in them, which, yeah, just makes them a little more emollient. They also have this color here called Cotonou, and it's like this really deep blue purple. Their shimmers are just something else. I really like their mattes, but their shimmers are something to love. Love. All right. So last few palettes, I've got like 5 more. This one is the NYX Ultimate Brights palette. I like it. I don't love it. I don't think these mattes are the best rainbow mattes in my collection, and the shimmers are even worse. Like, they should have just made this a straight matte palette, if you ask me. I think that these work a lot better than these ones, but it's all in, you know, perspective, what kind of base you're using. I know a lot of people love this palette. I'm happy I have it in my collection because it is very iconic, but yeah, I wasn't like head over heels in love with this when I used it. And when I use it, another rainbow palette, who would have guessed, is the Huda Beauty. This is her Neon Obsessions. Yes, this is the Neon Obsessions. Super beautiful shadows. I have used the crap out of these. Her shimmers are absolutely magical. Her mattes work great. Like, holy crap, look at that red. I love this palette. I've used it several times, and I also used her little mini ones. I didn't put them in here because they're too monochromatic to be a rainbow palette, but I did want to mention them, that they are actually really pretty and I like them. This is the Radioactive palette by Melt. This is, again, really pretty. This is like, they literally put like micro shimmer in all of these mattes. I don't know if you can see that, but honestly, it doesn't show up as much as you would think on the lid, and sometimes it looks really interesting because you've got like this tiny bit of shimmer that you don't really see. Definitely a rainbow palette, definitely like accompaniment palette. I love this palette. This is one of my favorites from Melt. Like, they come out with some beautiful ideas, and I'm in love with their ideas. Their palettes are something else. All right, now we have an actual The Rainbow palette. This is the Rainbow Eyeshadow Palette by Violet Voss. It is an all shimmer palette, and when I got this, I did such a pretty look with this shade here. This is a black with like glitter in it. It's like silver glitter. I love these shimmers. Violet Voss makes some really pretty shimmers too. They are thick, but when you get these shimmers wet, they are just like amazing. Some of these here are a little bit harder to work with, the darker ones, as you get more dark into like the rainbow. But like these ones are just phenomenal. And then this one is pearl, and it is a duochrome, like to yellow to green kind of. Super, super beautiful. I loved that for the inner corner. All right, 2 left. One is from NYX. This is the Off Tropic palette. Now, these mattes, I actually like these mattes better than the ones that I like in the Ultimate Basics. Maybe it's just because they were darker, I'm not sure. This shimmer is garbage. I really actually don't like this gold at all. I just thought it looked kind of crappy with all of these other beautiful bright shades. But, you know, I'll take one crappy shadow out of the entire palette. You know me. And then last but not least, we have the Flamingo palette. I'm pretty sure this is like pretty much a rainbow. We have purples, we have blues, we have, the only thing we really don't have is a green, which Flip Flop is kind of a green. I love this palette. I think their shimmers are really, really pretty. Their mattes work well. They are beautiful when you put some, you know, setting spray, water, whatever you want to do. Really pretty. Oh, this one popsicle. So, so pretty. Look at my hands. Oh my God. But yeah, that is all the rainbow palettes, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. And yeah, let's just like go to upfront. So yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Oh, I love you guys so, so much. These are always fun. And honestly, I can't wait to see what the footage looks like. Hopefully it's not too bad. You know, I'm not a professional camera enthusiast. That's just not me. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you guys come back and subscribe and like this video, because that helps me out like a lot. And yeah, mwah, I love you guys so, so, so much. I hope you're keeping happy, healthy, all that good stuff. All right, mwah, bye.